We're going to start the show off with the heavyweight champion who has just arrived, and we are excited to talk to this guy. He is one of our favorite people to have on the show. Let's start it up. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Arnold Adams. What is up, big man?
Bomaye, Bomaye.
Man, I just woke up 2 minutes ago.
Oh,
Just woke up.
man, what?
Just woke up. I
What
mean,
better?
I was taking a nap, but I literally woke up right on time. Like, oh shit, I gotta go do this interview.
I mean, what better faces to wake up, not next to, but to? I mean, Jesus, look at this.
Yeah.
I mean, our faces are so bright, they wake you right up. I mean, you could go blind. Look at this. I haven't been in the sun for friggin' months.
Arnold. Last time we talked to you, buddy, we saw you down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I can't remember which that was Knucklemania 2. Knucklemania 2. And my man was not happy because there were all these giant media outlets there and nobody was giving him any fucking attention. Nobody was giving him any respect. Remember that shit?
Yep, I do.
So what's new? Are people starting to put some respect on your name or what?
I guess you could say so. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I really stopped caring after that weekend, honestly. You know, it is. If it's gonna come, it's gonna come. If not, oh well, it is what it is.
You're gonna have to start fucking smashing some skulls together.
I don't. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I don't have this superb knockout power. I'm not putting people to sleep, so I'm boring to people. I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, what the fuck ever, dude. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going in there next week against somebody that's got some knockout power, Mr. Dillon Cleckler. I think this will be a nice little challenge for you. What do you think about Mr. Dillon Cleckler?
Yeah, I agree. It'd be nice. He's probably next to McTerrell. He's probably the hardest challenge I've had to face yet.
Your last fight was against the Mexicutioner, Joey Beltran. Mm-hmm. You've been out of action for a little bit. When was that? That was in November?
November 6th, yep.
November 6th up in New York. We were there. We were watching.
6 months.
6 months. Would you like to be more active? Because it seemed like after that fight, you were pretty unscathed, right?
Yeah, as normal. I don't know, because I remember during the tournament, and I complained about fighting. It was like every other month I was fighting. I was like, fuck, I'm tired. Fuck, I gotta do another training camp. Fuck my hands. Fuck. But now, waiting 6 months, I don't know, maybe 4 months. Every 4 months would be probably like a good time, as long as, everything's healthy and 100%.
Which is crazy about people that don't really know the sport too much. They talk to me about it, and we're starting to draw more people in, just us alone spreading the word for you guys, because it's such a fucking awesome sport, and a lot of people are just unaware of it. But they're like, well, that's one of the things. They're like, oh, they can only fight about once a year. I'm like, you would think so, but
no.
I mean, you would think so, but there's guys like, Lorenzo Hunt's fighting every 3-4 months. You got Britton Hart fought 5 times or 4 times in 12 months. So yeah, contrary to everybody's belief, you can be pretty busy in this sport.
Yeah, it really just goes back to what Joey said after, I think it was BKFC 1. He did an interview, and he was like, it's more so about the damage your hands take and what you feel in your hands versus your face. Your face, you can be fucking bruised and battered and keep pressing forward, but when your hands are throbbing and swollen and extremely sensitive, can you keep throwing those punches to secure that victory? And he was spot on when he said that.
Do you feel like it takes way longer for your hands to heal because you got to use them for everything, so you're not really resting them ever?
Yeah, I'll agree with that. It's a bitch. I'm not gonna lie. Especially if you had a decision and you're constantly, you guys went back and forth, and you're constantly cracking the guy in the head, but he's not going anywhere. Yeah, your hands after that fight, you're done. I think I was done for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks before I could really do anything with my hands after the fight. I couldn't play the fucking game. couldn't do anything. I was chilling for a nice little minute before my hands healed.
You know, a minute ago, you talked about, I asked you about Dillon Cleckler. You said this was going to be your toughest challenge since Mick Terrell. But we all know what happened with Mick Terrell, right? Mick Terrell,
That's true.
we talked to you about this before. You thought Mick was going to be more of a challenge for you. How are you feeling heading into Dillon? Are you expecting a long war against Dillon? You expect to trade giant power bombs right off the bat? What's up?
I don't know what to expect. I'd expect him to come out strong. Jesus, man. Excuse me. I'd expect him to come out strong and be explosive in the beginning. Fuck, man. As everyone normally does, but you know me, I start to figure shit out as time goes on. I start to put shit together, and like Mayweather, I take notes and I collect data. Is what they say. I collect data and I put it all together, and then I start to, use what I figured out or figured out whatever.
Get that
I don't
cheat
know.
code.
Yeah,
Figure out
like
that game genie.
game
That
genie.
game
Oh
genie.
shit!
Plug that game genie in.
Oh, that's classic right there. Game genie. I mean, yeah, but it's like you have to be a student of the game. You have to pay attention. You got to, everything. There's a sign in everything: footwork, hand placement, rhythms, um, body language. Like there's everything. It shows, and if you don't pay attention to it, you won't be successful in this sport. That's one of my things that I have. I pay attention and I pay attention to detail. That's what it is.
What is the number one thing that you think people fuck up when it comes to fighting that they don't practice, or, the fundamentals they just don't use? Like jabbing. I think jabbing is so important, but I feel like a lot of people just don't use it. I don't know what it is.
In this sport, I mean, even in MMA, a lot of guys don't use it in MMA, and they really don't use it in this sport. The one thing, I guess it could be the jab. I don't know. A lot of people just get stuck in their ways, stuck on what they think or how they think a fight is supposed to go, or they're so used and comfortable with what they've been doing in their MMA career or boxing or whatever sport they're in before they came over to bare knuckle. But I tell people all the time, you got to, whatever you think this is, you got to get it out of your head. And especially when you step in there with me, because it's easy to sit back and watch me fight on tape or watch me fight from the sidelines and say, oh, I this and that, and I pick them apart, or I do this and that. When I'm in that fucking ring, it's very different. When I'm lined up across from you, I'm a different person. And I'm like someone you've never seen before. What's up? I don't know. Probably in a room.
Okay, so you are defending your title next week. Are you defending both titles? There's a lot of speculation, a lot of confusion going on with the PG belt right now.
I'm going to be honest. I'm just as confused and lost as everyone else on this situation. According to Scott Farley, my manager, PG won't be involved in this. So I would assume that I'm not defending that belt. It's not on the line for this fight.
But it is still your belt.
It's still my belt. I mean, even if I actually I wondered about that, because even if that means I'll be stripped of my title. I saw a comment somewhere that said 8 months.
Yeah.
Everyone who owns a PG belt for BKFC would be stripped of their title. I mean, if that's what's going to happen, then so be it. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't stress over it. I mean, I got the fucking U.S. title and I got the world title chilling at the crib. They're not going to take them from me. I'll no longer be the world champion of.
They'll
the Police
still be on your
Gazette.
mantle.
But yeah, I'll still have them sitting at the house.
It's such a weird thing going on with that. Like, I can't even imagine. So like me and Mike talk about it a lot. And the fact that that same belt can be put on the line in several different organizations that all have different rule sets doesn't make any fucking sense anyway.
It's a lot going on. It's real confusing. I mean, I don't too much care to get involved in all of the politics of this shit.
Yeah.
But it's like no one would know who PG was if it wasn't for the BKFC. But then at the same time, you can't just, I don't know what the backstory is, But I've been seeing some comments about, they don't want PG to represent the other bare knuckle leagues. Where it's like, well, damn, but the PG is over everything bare knuckle boxing. They're just not over BKFC. So I understand it if that's their argument. Like we gotta support these. We gotta support the BKB. We gotta support the BYB. And like I said a while ago, I think they should do some cross promotion challenges to see who really has the best stable and who has the best fighters. I gladly put my PG belt on the line versus the BKB heavyweight champ or the BYB heavyweight champ. Now we wouldn't put the promotion title on the line, but for the PG, no, I'd like to see that happen. It'll help grow the sport. It'll help grow the promotion. It'll help grow everybody. But again, that's not my call. It's not my say so. So I'm just here to bang for BKFC. And I've been asked would I go do any other bare knuckle league after this. Fuck no. Fuck no. You guys can have this shit.
How much do you think you have left here?
I don't know, man. It depends, because what I'm seeing in the papers and in the articles about this person getting this check and that person getting signed for this, it's kind of like a slap in the face, considering I was legit the very first legally sanctioned fight for BKFC. When they had their first show, June 2nd, 2018, I was the first fight of that card.
Yep.
I was the first champ, first tournament winner. Like, I got a lot of firsts on them, and I don't know. It kind of feels like I just get shitted on.
That's too bad, man. I believe that you've earned every bit of respect that you should be getting, and like we said, when we saw you down in Fort Lauderdale, and I talked to AJ down in Fort Lauderdale. If you guys didn't see the interview, it's on our YouTube channel, and I'm like, AJ, you got MMAjunkie.com here. You got MMAfighting.com here. You got all these big outlets finally showing up to your sport. What do you think about that? He's like, man, fuck all these guys. Not one of them's fucking talked to me. Not once. Fuck them.
No, you guys came over and gave me an interview and talked to me, but I'm like, damn, I'm looking, and I'm like, damn, look at this. All these fucking people here interviewing fucking nobodies, people who ain't even made a name for themselves in the sport, but here it is, the two-time heavyweight champion just over here like a fucking redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, just leaning against the wall. I'm like,
and a lot of people say I'm too reserved, nonchalant, or I'm too humble. But they're like, what am I gonna do? Toot my own horn? Like that's never been me, and I don't. That's real cocky. That's never been my thing. Being cocky is never. I'm cocky, but I'm cocky in my own way.
People love that about you, Joe Ivy. There was a comment just a minute ago talking about your humble. You have a great attitude. And I mean, fuck people that think you need to be. I mean, there's different personalities in this game. You're a great champion, but you got your demeanor. You got Lorenzo Hunt coming on right after you here, who's like the most boisterous fucking guy in the
he's the exact opposite of me.
Yeah, he's the 100% opposite of you. Like, everyone's got their own thing. It should matter about what the hell's going on in the ring, not outside the ring. So fuck them all. I wanted to ask you about the most recent heavyweight fight that just went down with Frank Tate. What did you think about this fight, Frank and Joey?
When I saw when it happened, I immediately took to Facebook like, holy shit, Frank Tate. And then when I watched it, in my mind, I was like, oh shit, he just killed Joey. Like, he was breathing, of course. We saw him breathing, but the way he was laying there still, not moving, I was like, damn, he killed Joey. Like, no one just dropped Joey like that. He boom, boom. But that's why you don't talk shit. You bring out a different fighter when you talk shit to people. You can't talk shit.
That was a devastating knockout. And a lot of people were saying, in a lot of the internet comments, like if you go into any of the posts in the comments, be like, a lot of people were like, Joey's never been knocked out. You guys are all crazy.
Not like that. No, he hasn't.
But I'll tell you right now, Frank Tate must have some fucking TNT in his goddamn hands, because it looks like he inflicts damage when he lands, for sure.
I mean, he does have strong power, as we can see. He fucking walked through Josh Burns, and then he put Joey to sleep. But from my understanding, Joey hasn't. These last couple of months have been a little rough for Joey. And I said it when he fought me. I was like, I don't think he's I don't think he has his heart in fighting anymore. He's newly married. He's happy with life right now. So when those things kind of happen, you lose your fire on the other side, and it showed. It showed like in fucking for our title fight. For some fucking reason, our rooms are next door to each other. Like we have it's my room, there's the conjoining door, and then there's him and Britain in that room. And I promise I could hear them fucking twice a day for 3 days straight. And I'm like, there's no fucking way his mind is in this fight. Like, how the fuck are you about to defend these belts and you're over here clapping cheeks 2 times, 3 times a day? Like, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ. Oh man. All right. Okay.
The day of the fight, not my fight, but the day he fought Frank, I saw the article about him. He was choking on something. And,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And fucking Feldman had to hit the Heimlich maneuver on him to get him to cough it up.
Wow.
And then
so
talking
crazy.
to some people in his camp, he was concussed a couple weeks prior to the fight. So it's like, and sparring. So it's like, clearly that tells me something's different about him, and I think it's him being happy with life. He's happy in life, so he's not really focused on fighting anymore.
And he's made his name. He's been he was a champion for a while. He's done a lot. I mean, he's got nothing left to prove. Obviously, it's up to him and what he wants to do. But if he stopped now, I mean, he's still a great fighter, but champion, like I said, for a long time. So no need to take no more damage that you don't need to if you feel like you have to prove something, you know?
I mean, he says he's coming back. I know he told me personally, he was like, I'm gonna come back. We're gonna have a third go at it. If I climb back through the ranks, we're gonna have a third go. I was like, okay, if I'm here, I had that dance with you. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same outcome, but I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
I haven't heard anything about him. I know that like last year he had talked about he had a plan to. I think he said 5 more times he wanted to fight 5 more times, and then he would think about retiring. So I don't think I don't know, because I really don't know where his head's at after this last one. He probably need to take a couple months off, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him back November, December time.
Considering the knockout he just had, I don't know. He may be done. He's gonna have to go. Like at this point in time, they're requiring. I had to get a fucking MRI, have an MRI done when I fought Joey in New York. I don't know his age, but I know he's older than me. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he's gonna get cleared. I don't think he's gonna get cleared.
Best of luck to him for sure. We all like Joey.
I'm not wishing anything bad on him or anything like that, but I don't know. It's they're starting to really put a premium on safety and health, and there's no point in continuing to take these headshots the way he's taken them over the years. Like, I've really cracked Joey myself, and I feel like in our first fight, in the New York fight, I could have got him out of there in the first round, but that last 10 seconds I let up. After I heard that boom, 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 I kind of let up. But if you watch the end of that round, he stumbles back to his fucking corner. Like, he didn't just walk back normally. He had like a wobble when he walked back, and I was like, damn. Watching it back, the replays, I could have fucking finished him if I would have kept going with my fucking power. I don't know. I don't know. He may have it. He may come back, but I wouldn't advise it.
So, how would you say you see this fight coming up with you and Dillon Cleckler going? You think it's gonna go a long distance? You're gonna try to drag him into the later rounds? I don't think Dillon's ever gone past. Did he go the distance with anybody? I don't think so.
No, the most he's went is 3 rounds with Frank. And I think it was like 30 seconds into the third round, maybe.
Right.
And every other fight was first round KO. I think.
Everything was first round KO within the first like 30, 45 seconds. So I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't really I never have a set plan on how where I'm gonna take the fight. I just kind of let the fight go where it goes. So if there's a lot of action, if he's pressing the tempo and he's trying to get me out of there, then he's probably not going to make it 5 rounds, because I don't see anyone being able to go 5 rounds and just constantly power shots, pressure. Not at our weight, at least. Some of the smaller guys, but even you see some of the smaller guys gas out at halfway through the fight. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't go for knockouts. I'm not a knockout artist. I have knockout power. I'm a heavyweight. Just if I just rotate my shoulders, the power's there. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not into predictions and saying I'm going to take him out in this round and do all of that. It's never been me. And everyone who's done that to me is fucking lost. So we'll see what happens.
Well, dude, you are a great heavyweight in your sport. And before we let you go, we need to talk about your meeting with one of the greatest heavyweights of all time,
All right.
Dude, how did this meet up with Mike Tyson happen?
Mutual connection. I got some family out in LA and they're doing a podcast. Big U has a podcast, checking in. And I got the call like, champ, the champ, it's going to be on the show. You got to come in. And I just so happened to be going that direction already. So I was like, you think I'm not going to miss this. Even if I wasn't coming this direction, I'm not going to miss this. So I'm there. I got my belt, my BKFC belt, and he walks in, sees me with the belt, boom, makes a beeline to me. But when he comes to me, he's got this fat ass blunt lit in his fingers. And he's all stoked. He's happy. He said, "Oh, what's going on, man? How you doing? Yeah, let's get these pictures in right now. Let's get this so we get to taking pictures." We're laughing and cracking jokes and shit. And someone on the side is like, "Hey," they didn't know. I guess they kind of follow sports. So like, "Hey, would you fight Joey Beltran?" And I laughed. I was like, "I just took these belts from Joey." And Mike looked at me and looked at the belts. He was like, "Ha ha ha! You thought you were doing something, didn't you?" It was pretty dope though. I can't lie. It was cool.
That is fucking awesome. And he was just in the news for some other incident, which is pretty funny too. Fuck around. Why anybody? Let me ask you this question. Let me ask Mike this question. Mike, how much
stupid
alcohol?
games, win stupid prizes.
Mike, how much alcohol would you have to be in have in you to take a shot at Mike Tyson on an airplane? I'm asking Mike because
I would never. I would never do it. I would never do it. I'd be blackout and fucking still know what I was doing, you know? I would never do that. But then again, on the other hand, if I was like a scumbag, I would do it. Absolutely.
He saw dollar signs, right?
That's what he was. That's exactly what it was. He's like, let me. He got a lawyer. I'm pretty sure he's going to try to sue Mike Tyson now, but it's not going to go in your favor. He gave you a picture. He chopped it up with you for a little bit. He did what he was supposed to do as a celebrity, and then just simply asked for you to leave him alone so he can try to get some sleep. You being drunk insisted on fucking with him. Then you spilt some water on him, and you're sitting behind him. So now that's assault. I don't care how you look at it. That's assault.
That's assault, brother.
His response was, it was what the fuck was supposed to happen. It's fucking Mike Tyson. You don't piss off a fighter. Don't fuck with a fighter, especially when he's trying to be calm and he's trying to, have some restraint in the situation. No, you leave him alone. And then you're over here fucking mocking him and doing all this shit behind him. All right, like he can't fucking hear you. Yeah, he just be thankful that's all he got was just a couple strikes. Right. And it wasn't the old Mike Tyson, because the old Mike Tyson probably would have bit his head off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man, it's a fucking crazy story. I actually love it. And I love the fact that Mike is so beloved that nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking Mike Tyson, bro.
Yeah, it's great.
Why? What are you thinking? Like, he's still a human. He still has feelings, and he's not. When I met him, he's like, I don't care about fighting anymore. I'm out of that headspace. I don't even want to talk about fighting anymore. And I was like, I respect it. Say less. Let's talk about your cannabis line. Let's talk about me getting on right
air edibles.
Right. Tyson's ear or Tyson bites. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about me getting on hotboxing with you. Like it was a good conversation, but you got to respect people, and that's the bottom line. A lot of people don't have respect anymore. They don't have respect boundaries, and they feel like they said, social media has made people feel like they can talk shit and not get punched in the mouth.
Yeah. That's true. Hey, before we ask you 3 questions before we get you out of here, Big Ben. Do you know who Big Ben is? Big Ben.
I'm familiar with. I never really watched him fight, but I'm kind of familiar with who he is. Yeah, and I did my research after it was announced.
Oh, this is Big
Oh,
Ben the
shit.
fan and not Big
No.
Ben
Oh,
Rothwell.
I was
Not
like, oh
big-
shit, there's
not
Big
Big
Ben
Ben
right there.
Big Ben, the fan, says, AJ, tell him about the time I called you out at Knucklemania 2 and you said you didn't want to hurt me in front of my wife. do you remember this?
Oh, shit.
I do not. I would have
Oh.
to see who it is, honestly, and I really can't see.
Well,
But
AJ's sorry for embarrassing you in front of your wife, but also thankful that he didn't hurt you in front of his wife, right?
damn, I said that.
Big
I-
Ben
I
is
prob-
at like a bunch of events. He's a huge fan, very tall
Okay,
guy. He's
I
like
probably
maybe
did. I probably
6'5",
did say
possibly
that.
6'4", 6'5".
Really?
He's like 6'5", 6'6". The dude's huge.
The fan is
The
that
fan,
tall?
yeah. His name's Big Ben, and we get up to New York, and now he watches the show. He's one of our biggest supporters. We love Big Ben.
Okay.
We go up to New York, and I see this giant motherfucker down the way walking towards me with his wife, and he's got a bare knuckle fight. He's got his hand up like this. I'm like, Big Ben. He's like, how'd you know it was me? I'm like, oh, maybe because you're fucking a foot taller than every single person in this goddamn room, maybe?
Okay.
You just
Damn,
fit the name?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to. This is at Knucklemania too. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see what he looks like and see if I can.
I'm trying to find the picture of us so I could show you, but
Big Ben, Snapchat him a picture. Would you?
Yeah.
Hey, while we're doing that, why don't we do a speed round and we'll get this big man out of here?
Yeah.
All right.
3 questions for you, real quick. You know the game. Fuck, marry, kill. Catwoman, Black Widow, Harley Quinn. What are you doing?
I'm killing Black Widow. I don't know shit about her. I'm marrying Catwoman and I'm fucking Harley Quinn.
There you go. Too easy, man. That was a
Too
quick,
easy.
How about the new
educated
Catwoman?
Yeah, because who is the new Catwoman? I'm
It's
thinking of
Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
Zoe
Oh,
Kravitz.
Zoe
Zoe
Kravitz.
Kravitz.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Jesus.
thinking of the original
Halle Berry.
Catwoman, Halle Berry. Exactly. So I'm like, yep, I'm marrying Catwoman. I'm fucking Harley Quinn.
Oh, I thought you were saying Michelle Pfeiffer for a second there. I was like,
Nice try there, buddy.
Number 2.
if you had to make something invisible, what would it be? You know, like wind, farts,
Damn, that's a fucking good question. If you had to make something visible, make something invisible.
Make something invisible, visible, yeah.
What would it be? Fuck me.
Like someone burps and you just see it.
I'd probably say ghosts.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
You'd know right away.
I feel like the spirit world is very real. There are lost and displaced spirits. I feel like I would make those visible, so at least so you can see. Like, and I don't know, it could just be me, but there's been times I've walked into old buildings or old houses, and I walk through, and it's like I get a boom, like like when you get hit in the head with something, it's boom.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like walking into certain old buildings, and I always felt like those were some type of spirits or something in there. I don't know. I'd make ghosts, spirits. I'd make spirits visible.
That'd be some scary ass shit. I'll tell you that. 'Cause I see one ghost and say, if I don't see the ghost in here, it ain't fucking with me. Then I'm staying in my house. But if I see the ghost, I'm out.
But at least then you kind of stand a chance when you can see what the fuck you're facing. Because paranormal activity, it was fucking over with.
Yeah, I ain't gonna see anything. It's gonna be at my back because I'm running the fuck out of the house.
All right, last question, and then we'll let you get going. Favorite music video when you were growing up?
Wow. When I was growing up, I don't know, because I love music. So I love Thriller, but I was terrified of it. I fucking loved the Thriller video, but any of the Michael Jackson videos, for some reason, and then anything with Isley Brothers and R. Kelly. Don't ask me.
Contagious
don't.
And down low.
Exactly. Like I don't know. I can't explain why.
No, they were great, man. I used to Trapped in a Closet. There was like a whole opera about it.
I used to look forward to seeing those as a kid, but I don't know. I'd probably say anything with Michael Jackson would probably be my favorite video.
I used to love The Way You Make Me Feel by Michael Jackson. You know when he's kicking game to the girl walking down the street?
And he's all cool and smooth about it. Yeah.
You know what my favorite R. Kelly video was?
What's that?
Oh, I'm not gonna say.
All right, yeah. I kind of figured it was going somewhere left. But fucking, do you remember the time was a dope video? Smooth Criminal, like
beat it when they
but
were doing the knife fight.
here's the thing, it was nobody knows. They always see the shortened videos. Like he had like 15-minute videos, 20-minute videos that were like mini movies. Like a lot of people don't know about that. They just see the song and think that's it. He had a whole theatrical set on his videos. It do the music, then it cut, and they do some acting, then they go back to the music, then they be both. And it was like Michael Jackson shit was dope. It was ahead of its time, and no one's ever done anything remotely close to it.
I
Yeah,
agree.
it was great.
Dude, awesome answers as always. Everybody, check out his website down there, Arnold Bomaye Adams.shop.
Shop, yes.
Follow him on all his but get your merch. Follow him on all his social media platforms. And you got any final words before I let you get out of here?
Shout out to Scott Farley and Go Combat Agency. That's my manager. I got some sponsors that are drawing a blank right now.
You still got Just Blaze?
I was just about to say Just Blaze is still there. I got a new sponsor that sent me some edibles. Fuck, and I can't think of the name for shit.
Mike Tyson?
I wish. Damn it. This is not happening right now. I just got, hold on, give me 1 second here.
Yeah, we're after we let him go, we got Art Parker on deck waiting on Lorenzo still.
I just got this box today.
Are you doing a Planet Hank reveal right now on the Mike and Mish show?
Is that what this is?
Is it? Planet Hank got them.
Is it Kiss My Fist?
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh yeah, Kiss My Fist.
Kiss My Fist. There we go. This is actually kind of dope. But there's one. Holy shit. This is what I wanted out of everything they were sending me. This is what I wanted. It's fucking
hot
infused hot sauce.
Oh,
it's THC infused hot sauce.
Man, we can't even try that shit. Man, we're a bunch of idiots to join the military. What the hell did we do?
Damn, there's so much shit there. Hey, shout out to Kiss My Fist. God damn it. There it is.
All right.
Kiss My Fist. Send me a package in what do I got left? 6 years? I'm out of that's it. I'm done. I'm 20 years and I'm out of the military. Send me that.
You guys can't indulge in it at all?
None.
Damn. Even though they haven't made it federally legal yet. So until then, I got you. Well, don't worry.
Stupid.
I'll enjoy it for you. Got you.
All right. All right, man. Well, thank you as always for coming on the show. You're always welcome back here. Best of luck next week. We're going to be down there, so we'll see you in person. We'll do it in person when we get down there.
All right, sounds good, man. See you guys next week.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. Have a good night.
There he is. See you later.